Recently, I had the opportunity to sit down one-on-one with Drew McIntyre, the man who will challenge for the World Heavyweight Championship at Clash at the Castle in his home country of Scotland. Drew McIntyre, thanks for doing this. How are you, man?
Marvelous. We're very close to Clash at the Castle. I'm cleared. Fighting for the world title. Perfect timing.
How much are you looking forward to this because it is home for you?
This wasn't an option when I was growing up to have a PLE in Scotland. It was always main event WrestleMania. I did that, won the title, that was cool. Won it just this past WrestleMania before I got screwed over. But the idea of main eventing the first ever PLE in Scotland is beyond a dream come true.
What does Scotland mean to you, ultimately?
I guess the best way to sum it up would be, I love music. Sometimes it helps using lyrics to express myself. So let's use some lyrics from a Scottish song.
I love this.
It's called Caledonia.
Okay.
And that's, a very poetic, romantic name for Scotland, Caledonia. That's the name of the song. So Scotland, let me tell you that I love you. I think about you all the time. Caledonia, you're calling me. Now I'm coming home.
Wow, that was actually really nice.
Thank you. Warrior poet over here.
So Glasgow, when you think about Glasgow, what memories come to mind? What lessons did you learn there before you went on to travel the world and become WWE superstar Drew McIntyre?
I spent 4 years there at university.
Okay.
And most of the lessons I learned, I can't really talk about here, and they're not PG. But what I did learn that I can talk about is always speak your mind, always speak your truth. We're some passionate people in Scotland. Some people might not like what you have to say. And if somebody goes too far and runs their mouth, just give them a kiss between the eyes with your head, Glasgow style.
That adds up. That tracks, actually, for you. Not the first time you're competing at Clash at the Castle, but the night did not go the way that you had hoped. Can you take us back to that night and take us through your emotions of everything that happened?
I've never felt that kind of emotion from a crowd. It was 100% in my corner. This was my night. My family were all there. My friends were there. My people were there. And the elders sent Solo to screw me over. So that was a shot through my heart, a shot through my family's heart, and a shot through the whole of the United Kingdom. And I can't let that happen to the UK again.
Are you over that yet?
No, absolutely not.
Will you ever be over it?
No. I guess I didn't think about it. I tried to push it to the back of my mind, and sometimes things will flare them up, like when Jey Uso was moved to Raw and whatever, but that brought back those memories, and it's going on about 10 months. I'm still waiting for that apology, and people are, oh, just get over it now. Yeet's fun to say, or whatever. As I maybe look back at the tapes, look back at history, people have such short-term memories now. Trauma doesn't go away that easily.
There's a lot in the last year that has upset you in WWE, and yet you just re-upped your contract with WWE. Why was it important for you to continue your relationship with WWE despite the fact that so much of what goes on tends to upset you?
To be completely truthful, I was considering taking time off at the end of my contract. I lost my sister-in-law, my wife's sister, and she was obviously struggling. My mother-in-law was struggling. And I went to a wedding back in Scotland, and I saw a lot of my family and seeing people that I don't see that often. And I don't see my dad often either. He's getting older, but seeing my nephews getting so big, seeing friends that I don't see often, and it hit me hard, and I was trying to figure out what the best thing to do for my career and my future was. And, my family and I sat down, my wife and I decided, okay, it's not time to leave the table. You don't leave when you're on a heater. But we got to figure out what's going to work for us and for my career. And thankfully, WWE were great about it. We figured out a situation that allows me to give as much as I can to my family, as much as I can to my career. And honestly, I'm so obsessive with this industry that it's good to have that balance, and it helps me operate at a different level.
You don't leave when you're on a heater. I like that. And right now, WWE, by most people's standards, is on a heater of its own. What do you make of the state of WWE right now in 2024 with everyone saying that it is white hot?
Everybody from top to bottom is absolutely killing it. People like yourself, doing your job to the highest level.
Hey.
Our roster is genuinely on fire. We've never seen such a level of in-ring talent and people truly finding themselves as characters at one time. The matches are on a different level, the athleticism's on a different level. Just look at the numbers across the board, signing billion-dollar contracts left and right. And it's up to us as a roster to get it done in the ring. And the only thing I see that needs improving is Raw and the World Championship with Damian Priest.
In part one of our interview with Drew McIntyre, we talk about what the last few years have been like for him, plus competing in his home country of Scotland. Now, Drew and I will discuss not only his opponent at Clash at the Castle, Damian Priest, but also the criticism he has recently endured for his polarizing words and actions.
What do you say to certain critics who look at your actions combined with your words and call you a hypocrite?
There's a lot of people doing that recently. And the top of the list, the one I look at, is Michael Cole.
Many would say that he is a whiner, that Drew McIntyre is bitter, that Drew McIntyre is a hypocrite.
Using his position of power in a way that is just irresponsible. He's the voice of WWE. He was shouting my praises during the pandemic. When others left, I was there. I gave absolutely everything. You know, he said himself, Drew held this place together. He gave everything he had. I always say it wasn't me, it was a team effort. We all worked together during that difficult time. Then as soon as I go a different path and go, listen, I know you like this person and like this person, but it doesn't mean they're right. I'm doing what I believe to be right for every single one of us, even if it means I'm presented as a bad guy. I don't care. If you want me to be the bad guy, say hello to the bad guy.
Well, let's talk about the last couple of years for you. You mentioned the pandemic, helping carry the company with the rest of the roster. You have a championship
and backstage
then,
and everybody else.
Right?
Together.
You have a championship then, but there's no fans. You win the World Heavyweight Championship this year at WrestleMania, but then you lose it immediately after. I mean, it seems like every time you achieve your goal of carrying championship gold in this company, something goes wrong. Do you think it's made you bitter at all?
It's not made me bitter. It's made me stronger. Some of the examples you gave, one of those examples would have crushed most other people. They would have given up, they'd have cracked, they'd have fallen down the car, they would have left the company, it would have affected them mentally, not me. I knew I was ready for anything. Give me the world title, put the ball in my hands, put the company in my back, I can handle it all. No one's ever handled a time like when the world shut down. It's what are we gonna do? We need to try and throw things against the wall, see what sticks. And I was like, I'm still the guy for the job because nothing can faze me. And I've still got that same mentality today. When I get the title this time in Scotland, it's gonna be absolutely perfect. And all the hard work's gonna be worth it.
So let's talk about that match. In order to become the World Heavyweight Champion, you have to beat Damian Priest. What do you think of Damian?
I've watched Damian's evolution from NXT. And I saw somebody that clearly had a massive upside, and I know his backstory, and I know he's had to struggle and overcome to get to where he's at now. And I respect the journey, I respect the hustle, and I respect the talent, but sometimes I feel like he's playing the role of a champion. I can see it in his eyes that he's finding himself, but he's not quite there, and he'll try and throw some lines in there, like recently mentioning my wife or whatever, because he's looking for the ooh, or some crowd buzz, or a cheap pop from the audience. Or
You think he's focused on the wrong things?
He's absolutely focused on the wrong things. I've tried to tell him that, but then he tried to make it personal. He tried to, you know, be ooze machismo and play this guy that he's not, when I was genuinely trying to help him. But he's gonna act like that, so I'm not gonna help you. I'm just gonna take the title off you. I'm gonna embarrass you. And he'll still do well. He'll still win matches. He'll still be right here. That's the problem with Damian Priest, is he hit his potential right as Drew McIntyre was starting to scratch the surface of his. And, you know, I've been around for a long time, and so has he, but I've been around WWE for almost 20 years, and I'm still 3 years younger, and I'm gonna surpass him in every possible way.
Do you think you and Damian are similar in any way?
Absolutely. We're both very driven, but unfortunately, if you take 1 second and look at our resumes, mine reads about 10 miles long, and his reads like a little notepad in a hotel room.
Finish this thought. Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre for the World Heavyweight Championship at Clash at the Castle will be
Epic. On that night, everybody's Scottish. We're proud of our own, and one of our own is going to win the world title.
Well, Drew, I'll give you this. You are certainly strong in your convictions. Thank you for this, and best of luck at Clash at the Castle.
Not that I need it, but thank you. Warrior mentally, warrior physically.